Alrighty, Darren Hunter here. Welcome to episode 2 of the Master Your Time Secrets podcast. I just love time management. Now, if you've been around 5 minutes with IGT, you'll work out that Dennis is really focused on BDM stuff because he's an exceptional BDM. My role is focused on fee maximization, getting better fees, how to overcome objections with just about anything an owner will say to you to try and get you to reduce your fees. And but a lot of people don't realize I'm also very focused and good at teaching on time management. Alrighty, so that's what I want to release in these podcast episodes, is to help you become better when you're in property management as a crazy busy property manager, how to take control, how to reduce your stress, how to get your life back, because that's what it's all about. So in the last episode, I really want you to, if you haven't listened to it, please go back and listen to it, because it's setting the foundation to be able to stop interruptions. Because you can just stop interruptions right now. Just switch off your phone. Just tell people no. But you go, well, Darren, that's not going to work. Well, because at the moment you're hanging on to reasons why you're allowing yourself to be interrupted. We deal with that in episode 1. So go back and listen to that. In episode 2 today, we want to go deeper in instead of so much the why, the how we stop interruptions. And I'm just teaching straight from my book, my new book that's come out called Master Your Time Secrets. Just get yourself a copy. We've already paid for the printing. You've just got to pay for the shipping. Just go to masteryourtimesecrets.com and get yourself a copy there. And that's really what I'm going to be training out of and teaching out of and reading out of in these podcast episodes. Alrighty, so firstly, when it comes to stopping interruptions, well, we need to, because there's a problem with interruptions. You see, when it comes to getting our work done, interruptions cause a number of issues. Number one is it slows down your task speed. And so I know that if you are able to stop interruptions, you will actually get 2 to 3 times more done than what you're doing now. And it's easy to understand. If you ever come in after hours on a weekend or a Saturday morning, why did you come in? Well, Darren, I had too much work to do. I needed to catch up. Of course. And you came in on the weekend because you can ignore the phone. No one's there to interrupt you. So you actually did it in a place where there's no interruptions. And you know, in that zone, you got 2 to 3 times done. And you said, yeah, Darren, I slammed out a whole heap. It was great. I got on top of my stuff real quick. Correct. So to stop interruptions, if we don't stop the interruptions, it simply slows down our ability to get our tasks done. Property management is not a job where, for example, at Subway, your job is to simply make a sandwich and then someone else comes in, you make another sandwich. In property management, it's not just picking up the phone and talking to people and going to inspections. You've got a lot of other work to get done as well. And so you don't want to be burning long hours getting that stuff done because you're allowed interruptions during the day. The other issue, other than slowing down your speed of getting tasks done, it's issue of creating a mistake. Because if you're interrupted mid-task, right in the middle of a task, and you get thrown to something else, is what's called a task transition or a mind transition. You've got to take your mind focused on what you're doing and all the familiarity that you'd built up in that task. And suddenly it's going from one railroad track to another. And when trains jump tracks, problems can occur. So if you're now getting interrupted to go and focus on something else, which is completely different, and then you come back to the task, you run the risk of things being left out, being missed, just overlooked, something missed on a checklist or something else. And here is the problem, is that in property management, if it's not done right, when you finish the task, it's not going away. Just like fog on a summer morning or a spring morning, it just poof, it doesn't just disappear. It doesn't just evaporate. No, the task goes now into hibernation. And that issue that has been overlooked, well, it's now going to mutate and grow. And it hasn't come out yet. And it's going to develop googly eyes and rancid teeth and, horrible claws. And then when it's ready, to surprise you with, hi, I'm here, it's now in what I call zombie form. All right. These are things I actually go through in my book, and I want you to get it. But in zombie form, it's going to come back at you at a time not of your choosing. It's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, I'm here. And now you've got to drop everything and deal with crisis or a problem or an issue. It could take 2 to 3, maybe 4 times more time now to fix it because it wasn't done right in the first place. That's why we cannot allow ourselves to get interrupted in our tasks. And for me, I work from home. I've developed a really good system, which we're going to talk about in these podcast episodes to help you manage your tasks. I will not be interrupted. I will not be interrupted. If a phone call comes in halfway through a task, generally, I just won't take it. I will not allow myself to be interrupted because I've got to get through my task in the most effective and efficient way. Now, a lot of you through COVID have learned to effectively work in a home office. Some of you do 1 or 2 days a week. Some of you do it full time. Some of you have a balance, and you realize now that when you're in a work office situation, you're able to control your interruptions and you get so much done. And you realize what a great place. But at work, if you're in an open plan environment, it's a lot harder. And so I want to talk about today in a work office situation. At home, it's going to be a lot easier, but in a work office situation on how you can actually stop these interruptions from happening. And again, you've got to have a strong reason why, but also you've got to have management supporting you. You've got to have front office staff supporting you that can take calls on your behalf and all those sort of things. So I'm just referring to secret number 15 in my book. Now, if you haven't got the book yet, just go to masteryourtimesecrets.com. Again, we've paid for the printing. You've just got to pay for shipping. Alrighty. So we've got a lot of depth here. So the first thing that you can do to stop interruptions is simply put up a do not disturb sign, whether it's on your chair, whether you've put a hat on. I've even known people to put headphones on as a sign to everyone. They know when the headphones go on or the red cap goes on or something, you cannot be interrupted. Now, you need to make it clear to everybody, you cannot interrupt me in that situation. And in fact, we've seen situations where salespeople who don't think that those rules apply to them, they can come in and chit chat because they're free. They do all their work on the weekend. And it's okay to come and interrupt the ground troopers, which are our property managers deep, battling a war in the trenches or whatever. You don't want to be disturbed, but they're happy to chat. If you do have that where they're really not worried about, you're wearing headphones or whatever, they're still going to interrupt you, then maybe have a coin tin on your desk where they've just got to put some money in or something like that to pay to speak to you. And of course, if you announce that to salespeople, they are not going to interrupt you. All righty. So do what you can to make sure everybody knows you're in do not disturb mode. Now, your phone, make sure it's in do not disturb mode. That's it. If it's your desk phone, just make it do not disturb. Make sure front office know about it, all of those sort of things. And then you can simply switch it off. Put your mobile phone in flight mode. All righty. So you're not going to be interrupted. Even a call coming in on the screen and it flashing, that's going to interrupt you. It distracts you. Okay. Just turn your phone upside down for that 1.5 or 2 hours of task time so you can slam it out. All righty. Now, number 3 is training your tradespeople. And this is really, I'm just going to throw this one here. Sometimes tradespeople want to come in and just chit chat. And, hey, a lot of tradespeople are male, a lot of ladies in the office are female, the males like that, they want to come and chit chat to the ladies, all this sort of stuff. But you're just going to have to train your tradespeople that you can't be disturbed if it's an issue. Of course, we've got to have the balance here. We've got to have a good connection and relationship with our tradespeople as well. But don't let your tradespeople interrupt you. Really, really important. Now, just as a side note here, after hours as well with tradespeople and getting repairs done after hours, I just want to encourage you, have a system in place. Now, okay, it's not directly related to stopping interruptions, but this is all about burnout after hours. And the only real reason that you need to be contactable after hours is for repairs. So many property managers are still taking calls after hours, or they've got a shared phone between them where they will take calls after hours once every 4 weeks or 5 weeks or or whatever. But I want you to have a look at TAPI, TAPI, and they have what's called a tenant concierge, which will take these inquiries from tenants after hours or even during the day, where you're uncontactable. Allow the tenant concierge feature with TAPI to be dealing with tenants. Yes, it is artificial intelligence, but boy, it's very smart. When I saw it, now I'm always hesitant or pessimistic about these sort of things, but when I saw the tenant concierge of TAPI, I was absolutely impressed on how this system here answers basic queries and difficult, complex repair-related queries from tenants and deals with it in an efficient way. And so I want you to go and check it out, TAPI, so tapi.com.au or tapi.co.nz if you're in New Zealand. Go and get yourself a demo, because if you want to save some time, property managers can spend 1 to 2 hours a day on maintenance. So if you can get some software, some platform that's going to help you to be far more efficient, and what if it takes 50% of your time away from you? My goodness me, how much of that is going to make a difference in your life as a property manager? So go and check out TAPI. Alrighty, so training your tradespeople, that you're not that easily available certain times of the day or anything like that. But what we're doing here is, where are your interruptions going to come from? And you've got to stop those, educate those, so you have that 2 hours or whatever a day of silence. Because if you're just spreading your tasks out and they say take 6 hours, and you got a no interruption zone of 2 hours, you could actually get those 6 hours done in that 2 hours. Wouldn't that make a real difference in your life? I bet it would. But sometimes maybe it's too hard. Maybe there's too much open plan going on in your office for people to chit chat about their spray tans or whatever happened on the weekend or whatever new gossip's going on or whatever. Property managers can be their own worst enemies with each other. Sometimes maybe you need an escape. Just pack up your crap, get out and go to the local cafe. All righty. I used to put headphones on and just do a whole heap of work, an hour and a half in the cafe with a good cup of coffee or whatever. But you know, that could be your way of getting out. Also, another idea I've heard is having a team power hour, where the team has that 2 hours or 1 hour a day together, where it's no interruptions. So only in that time zone, no one can talk to each other, just to get this stuff done. So look at having a power hour. And that's idea number 5 in secret number 15 in the book. Idea number 6, lock yourself in an office if you have to. If it's an open plan, which means it's open season on interruptions, then maybe you can lock yourself in an office or something like that, an office that's spare, or the meeting room or something like that, just to get your work done. But you've got to force no interruptions. All righty. So just some helpful things there. And what we're going to probably do in our next episode is we're going to look at identifying and reducing self-distraction. So these are the external things that can come in, other people, phones, all of those sort of things. But next, we're going to talk about yourself, because in fact, we are our own worst enemies when it comes to distraction, particularly the issues around social media and all of that sort of stuff that our brains are addicted to, and how to reduce and stop those self-distractions. Now, I want to put an invitation out to you. I want you to join me in our Master Your Time Secrets Academy. All righty. And that's where you're going to be working with me over a 12-month period. We're going to meet once a month, and we're going to go right deep into these things to really get serious. If you want to get serious about getting 2 to 3 times more done during your work day, I want you to join me in there, okay? In the academy. They're group classes. We're going to meet once a month. And that's for you and your team. So if you want more information on that, just go to igtmembership.com. That's igtmembership.com, and go and check out the academy. All righty. Well, all done for episode 2 on some 6 different ways that you can stop interruptions. And I look forward to seeing you in our next podcast episode, where we're going to talk about identifying and reducing distractions. Take care.